and Maeve were best friends when they decided to become roommates. But has living together turned these friends to foes? Maeve says she let her best friend Haley move into her house. But since they became roommates, Haley hasn't paid a cent of rent. Maeve says Haley needs to get it together or she'll have to find a new place to live and possibly a new friend. Haley says Maeve knew that she didn't have much money to contribute when she moved in. She says she helps with things around the house and even got Maeve her job, but it's never enough. Can these two young women work it out, or is it time for Haley to move out? Haley, Maeve claims that you agreed to pay the rent, and you haven't. Is that true?
Yes. But when I moved in, she knew what situation I was in with no job and no diploma and anything.
So why would you move in with someone if you can't pay rent?
Well, she offered. She
Is
offered
that
me
true?
a home.
Yeah, at the time, we were both struggling, so we figured that we would help each other out. We would both get jobs. We would both pay 50-50. I had 2 jobs. I currently have 2 jobs. She works weekends, and I pay for everything. Still struggling. Everything's still late.
Well, do you have a job, Haley?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you make enough to contribute to the rent?
My full monthly paycheck is enough to pay everything, and I wouldn't have a penny to myself.
Maeve, how does everything get paid then?
It really depends on my waitressing tips and everything. Like I said, everything eventually gets paid. It's just usually rent, like it's late.
Right.
So right now our water's off and it has been for a little bit. Because I've been at my mom's house due to some health problems, so I can't even work right now. So she's been at the house for about, 3.5 weeks by herself.
With no water?
Yeah.
And I know that the house is still a big problem because you recently had a break-in.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I was at work one day, like before the New Year's, and I came home and the house was completely ransacked. And then just a few days later, I went out to Euless to see my friend, and I came home and things were missing. My cat, I guess, had an anxiety attack or something, and it was bad.
So you got upset though, Maeve, with Haley after the break-in. Tell us what she did on social media that got you
Yeah, so she
pretty
went on
upset.
Instagram and she posted that she was looking for somewhere else to live, that she didn't feel safe in the house and whatever, which I completely understand, but she also said that she was willing to pay whatever she needed to move somewhere else, which really upset me and hurt me because she wouldn't pay me, somebody that's been friends with her whole life.
Matter of fact,
but she would pay
we have
a
that
stranger.
post for you.
Yeah.
We do. The post reads, does anyone need a roommate? Our house got broken into for the 2nd time this week, and I need out ASAP. I have 1 cat, and I'm willing to pay whatever I need to give me and him a good home.